Imagine this. You are scheduled to work 8 hours a day. However, you really work 12 hours a day. Besides doing the bulk of your work, you must take home work and work on things for work outside of the normal working hours. You stand on your feet with just a 30-minute break, and you perform on a stage for 8 hours using your voice for little to no pay. On top of this, your supervisor continues to pile work on you before you even get a chance to finish the other assigned work. Yes, that, ladies and gentlemen, is the life of a teacher. Teacher turnover rates have been on the rise for decades now, according to Owens and Valesky. Teachers do not want to stay in the very important position because the working conditions are stringent, and it does not seem like lawmakers or legislators are implementing rules to protect the sanity, peace, and comfort of teachers. Recently, the state of North Carolina published the results of their Teachers' Working Conditions Survey for 2006 to 2012. The results were terrifying as it relates to the way that our public educators feel about their working conditions. According to the survey, there are 5 key factors that we must look at when we evaluate the working conditions of teachers. These conditions include time, empowerment, leadership, professional development, facilities, and resources. The first finding is one that both Owens and Valesky and Leon Maycock state about teacher working conditions. It's that teachers are more likely to like their job if they work in an environment with mutual trust and the ability to expand their leadership. In the case of North Carolina teachers, they did not feel like most of their schools allowed them to do this. Among 55,000 teachers who were surveyed, only 67% felt like their schools had environments of high trust. The second finding was that there was a demonstration of an unethical imbalance between teachers and administrators' view of how they view teacher working conditions. On all questions, roughly 1,400 principals responding to the survey were significantly more likely to note that positive working conditions are in place and that leadership was making effort to address them. The finding that was most important in this survey is that teacher conditions are indeed student conditions, and thus student achievement is tied to teachers' working conditions. It is clear that if this is connected to student achievement, something needs to be done immediately. In fact, as Leon Maycock states, a principal is very important to establishing the culture of the school and the relationship they have with those in the school. This is very important to building relationships and improving the working conditions of teachers. As Susan Berkshire suggests, the individual principal matters when it comes to a teacher's perception of his or her work environment. For example, the estimated effect of increasing principal quality by one adjusted standard deviation in perceptions of teacher time use has the equivalent estimated effect of a decrease in 7 students per teacher, or a movement to a pupil-teacher ratio of 8-to-1 in the average classroom. In order to improve the effect that the principal has on teacher working conditions, state education departments should increase the level of rigor expected of school principals in creating positive working conditions and provide needed support. The state education department should also consider rewriting principal standards to incorporate teacher recruitment, retention, and administration. Apart from principal relationships, states should also require that school districts bolster and implement school improvement teams and find other ways to appropriately engage teachers in the decision-making process. It is clear that the working conditions of teacher is something that is directly related to student achievement and teacher turnover. Teachers are literally the individuals who fuel the whole world. Without a teacher, there would be no doctors, lawyers, astronauts, or anything. If our teachers leave this profession because the working conditions are not favorable, the world is going to be in trouble. It is time to encourage our state education policymakers to set up policies that will make the conditions less stringent and appreciate them for all the hard work that they do day in and day out with our students.